In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening right now in the Suffolk housing market for September 2025. From home prices to inventory, days on market, and what it all means for buyers and sellers. This is the same approach I've used to help clients win in today's market. Just last month, I helped one buyer lock in $17,400 in seller concessions plus a home warranty. And I had a seller close $10,000 over asking in just 6 days. We're going to break down the latest Suffolk housing numbers, uncover what that data really means, and I'll show you where the opportunities are, whether you're thinking about buying, selling, or just watching the market. So if you want the real story behind the Suffolk real estate market, not just headlines, this video is for you. Whether you're a buyer, seller, or homeowner, the Suffolk market is shifting. And the difference between waiting too long or moving too fast could mean thousands of dollars gained or lost. And let's be honest, nobody wants to be the person who bought at the wrong time and then hears about it every day for the next 5 years. All my contact information is in the description below. If you want to talk through your specific situation, call, text, email, or click the Calendly link and let's set up a quick call. First, let's take a high-level look at everything. The median sales price right now is $400,000, up 8.8% year over year, but down 3.6% from July. The days on market is 35 days. Homes are taking longer to sell, up to 18.6% since last year. Closed sales for August are at 155, down 10.9% since last year. And inventory is sitting at 612 active listings. That's up 15.9% since last year. The month supply of inventory is at 3.9 months, which is up 30.1%, definitely leaning towards a more balanced market. And then the list to sale ratio is still at 100%. Sellers are still getting pretty much full asking price on average. Looking at those numbers, what jumps out to you most? Prices, days on market, or inventory? Drop your thoughts in the comments. So let's look specifically at the median price range. At $400,000, Suffolk's median price is still well above last year's $368,000 range. That's almost a 9% jump since last year. Since July, prices did slip 3.6%. That doesn't mean a crash, it means stabilization after several months of aggressive growth. For context, Chesapeake is at about $430,000 and Norfolk is at about $325,000. Suffolk sits in the middle, which is why a lot of buyers relocating from Virginia Beach or Norfolk end up here. You get more house for your money. Next, let's talk about active inventory, the houses currently on the market. It's up 15.9% compared to last year, sitting at about 600 plus homes. That's the most breathing room buyers have had in a long time. The Hampton Roads region overall is seeing inventory rise by more than 30%. So Suffolk isn't an outlier, it's part of the regional cooling trend. More listings means more choices for buyers. If you were frustrated last year with no auctions, this is your window to look again. Next, let's talk about days on market. The average Suffolk home is now taking about 35 days to sell. That's up about 20% from just a month ago and almost 19% from last year. For sellers, that can feel like forever compared to 2021 when homes were gone in days. But in reality, 35 days is still pretty quick by historical standards. Next is absorption rate. This is the stat that tells us whether we're in a buyer's, seller's, or balanced market. At 3.9 months of supply, Suffolk is moving closer to balanced. A true buyer's market would be 6+ months, and a seller's market is less than 3 months. Translation? Buyers finally have some leverage, but sellers aren't giving away the farm either. This is where negotiation skills definitely matter. Next, let's look at some year-over-year trends. Compared to August of 2024, prices are up 8.8%. Days on market are up 18.6%, and inventory has climbed almost 16%. Honestly, that's the classic sign of a market recalibrating. Prices are still appreciating year over year, but at a slower, more sustainable pace. A little insight if you're in the market or thinking about getting in the market as a buyer or a seller. For buyers, this is your chance to negotiate. More inventory, more days on market, and lower mortgage rates than just a few months ago mean more breathing room. For sellers, pricing correctly is critical. Overpricing now leads to price cuts later. The homes still selling quickly are the ones staged well and priced right. Remember when I mentioned earlier about my buyer who got $17,400 in concessions? That happened because the home sat a little bit longer and the seller wanted a strong offer. If you're a buyer, would you rather have seller concessions or a lower price overall? Let me know in the comments. Next, let's talk about some market opportunities for buyers and sellers. For buyers, you've got more options now. Plus, the recent drop in mortgage rates makes a big difference. On a $450,000 home, that's about $170 less per month compared to rates back in May. For sellers, if you're move-in ready and priced right, you can still sell for full asking price. We're still seeing 100% sale to list on average. And for investors, with more homes sitting, there may be opportunities for rental property deals, especially with our steady military demand. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Suffolk or anywhere in the Hampton Roads area, don't try to time the market. Time your life. Reach out using the info in the description. You can call, text, email, or grab a spot on my Calendly for a quick call. I put out new videos every single week covering Suffolk, Chesapeake, Norfolk, and the rest of Hampton Roads. So if you found this helpful, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for sticking around to the end for this month's market update. I'll be bringing you the real numbers and insights so you can make the best decisions for you and your family. I'll talk to you soon.